Japanese people are seriously the most loving people ever. I love them so much. And when you first talk to them, they're usually a little bit shy. They can be friendly, but especially if you like, try and talk to them about God or something, they're usually kind of like, why are you talking to me? Like you're an American, or, you're just like, anything unexpected that they wouldn't usually do is kind of weird to them. But once you get to know them, and as you show respect to them and love, like they always open up, and they're just really awesome people. They love honoring and respecting their ancestors, and so that's super important to them. There's a holiday in January called Shogatsu, which is like their New Year's party. It's one of their biggest holidays, and there's like a whole week where they just kind of ring in the new year. They go and they pray to the shrines and stuff, and are just with their family. So actually, when we had Shogatsu, we just had a member meal for lunch and dinner, and so they didn't want us to go and interrupt people in their Shogatsu, so we had to kind of like stay inside, or like just stay with members, because it's really disrespectful to go and knock on their door, and it would just give a bad reputation to the church, even though that's the one day when they're all the 1 week when they're actually home and we couldn't go visit them. So there's Shogatsu, and then they also have Matsuris, which are festivals throughout the year, and they are so much fun. We'd always go and take an investigator with us, and they have like a carnival type thing and different parades and stuff, and they're just so much fun. So I really loved those. So if you ever ride a train in Japan, it's silent, like nobody's talking, and it's just quiet. And so as a missionary, of course you want to talk to everyone you can, and so whenever you talk to them, it's always kind of like, why are you talking to me, but so that's always kind of different from the cultural norm, that we talk to people and we say hello to everybody and ask how people are doing. One thing that surprised me is, we ask like Genki desu ka, which is like, how are you, in America or like everywhere in the world, but if you don't know someone in Japan and you ask like Genki desu ka, they're kind of like, huh? Like they don't understand your question, and so it's weird. I learned to just not ask that or just other things, but they also don't eat and walk at the same time. So that is very rude in Japan to do that. And I learned that the hard way as well. A lot of the words in Japanese, they sound really similar. And if you pronounce it wrong, then you say the wrong thing. And so when I was a new missionary, we went up to this lady and I was like, oh, like your glasses, I was trying to say they're really cute. But then she's like, kawaii, which means like, they're scary. Like, what? My glasses are scary? And I was like, no, like, and I messed it up. But all the time I had stuff like that where it was just like, dang it. But it ended up being a good icebreaker where, we could kind of laugh about it, and I'd have the chance to tell her why we're here. So yeah, the mistakes end up being a good thing. So in Japan, most people are like a combination of Buddhist and Shinto, which just means that they, like, for their different holidays or like funerals or marriages and stuff, they celebrate in a Buddhist manner or like a Shinto manner. And so they didn't, even though they have like this beautiful culture and stuff, they're not super religious, and maybe they'll go and pray once a year at Shogatsu, that holiday that I said. And overall, whenever we asked people if they believed in God, or they said, I don't know, or like, I don't believe in God, or, they said, I'm Buddhist. And it was kind of hard to teach them about Christianity because it was so different from anything that they had heard before. Most Buddhist people, they'd say I'm Buddhist, but that doesn't mean that they worshipped actively like we do. We go to church every week and we do so much, but the Buddhist people, the Japanese people, just, they believe in, different things like reincarnation and worshiping their ancestors and praying to, different gods. Like one time I asked someone if they believe in God, and they're like, yeah, of course. There's the tree god, there's the toilet god, there's all this. And I was like, what? But, they just have so many different images or lack of images about God. So they're just, not very religious.